Good day. Red. Hey, Gabriel here with the Icon Capture GPS Intelligence Brief for July 1st, 2026. All right, procurement portfolio managers, we need to talk because this is one of those boards where if you only look at the opportunity count, you are going to misread the market. Here's what I want to do with you today. I want to walk through the new opportunity flow, the legislative and executive movement, the regulatory and court signals, and then bottom line what this means if you're actually managing a portfolio right now and trying to decide where to lean in, where to stay patient, and where you may be kidding yourself. Before we start, this is the last brief before this terrain window narrows. The GPS Portfolio Realignment Review cohort closes after this brief. 6,489 fresh solicitations. Pursued portfolio realignment. That signal is what opened this session, and it will not repeat the same way tomorrow. Code GPS 591 at the-govcon.ai capture. Now, let's read the board, so let's get right to the facts. Over the last 168 hours, GPS surfaced 6,489 new opportunities posted on SAM.gov. 281 legislative signals, 0 federal hiring signals across 0 agencies. And all of that is happening while market BCL is 0%, with 0 agencies stalled under the continuing resolution. The current capture landscape is telling an interesting story. We're looking at a surprising 6,489 opportunities within the last 168 hours, a robust flow for procurement portfolio managers. However, the top opportunities, such as the PRSM IDQ contract modification and the MAC for large-scale military projects, lack defined amounts. This absence of financial data is a signal in itself. It speaks to potential accessibility issues over raw volume. Without clear budget lines, a savvy manager might find it challenging to prioritize these opportunities effectively. Interestingly, the business clearance lead, BCL percentage, sits at 0, which raises a flag about decision-making processes. With no BCL activity, the board is hinting that while opportunity volume is high, the actual movement through the procurement pipeline might be slower than expected. This is a classic scenario where volume doesn't equate to velocity. The capture terminal shows us that while the board is stacked with potential, the real question is how accessible these opportunities are for agile capture teams. Notably, the lack of executive, DFARS, court opinions, hiring and lobbying activity further emphasizes a stagnant environment. If you're managing this book, this is the time to scrutinize the capture ticker for subtle shifts in the terrain. It's not just about spotting high-volume opportunities, but discerning which are truly actionable and ripe for engagement. Volume without movement can be misleading, and this is where strategic discernment comes into play. This terrain lacks the usual noise, no hiring spread, no court opinions, and no lobbying clusters. Procurement portfolio managers can interpret this silence as an opportunity to pivot and to explore less crowded market segments. The absence of these secondary signals suggests market mispricing, where the perceived value of opportunities might not match their actual strategic worth. Herein lies a chance for those willing to dig deeper. The 0 terrain holes and BCL percentage highlight a landscape that's neither evolving nor closing. In such a static environment, the smart portfolio moves involve looking beyond the obvious. Consider reallocating resources toward opportunities that might be under the radar due to a lack of broad market attention. These hidden gems often lie in sectors where legislative activity is dormant but potential for strategic partnerships or innovations is rich. When the market is quiet, it may also be the perfect time to strengthen internal capabilities. Investing in capture intelligence tools or refining proposal strategies can give you an edge when the terrain shifts. Managers who read this tape know that inaction isn't an option when the board is silent. The smart play is to prepare for the next wave while others wait for the noise to start again. Ultimately, the mix of zero activity in hiring and lobbying, combined with a high volume of undefined opportunities, paints a picture of a market ready for strategic disruption. If you're poised to act, now is the moment to align your portfolio with long-term goals, leveraging this lull to anticipate and capture future value. The procurement market is characterized by high opportunity volume and minimal operational bottlenecks. Portfolio managers should be asking, are we accurately mapping our resource allocation to the terrain overview? How do we maintain discipline in our portfolio while maximizing pipeline throughput? Are we effectively identifying and leveraging movement trends within the macro terrain? In a landscape with 6,489 opportunities and zero stalls, the key to success lies in disciplined portfolio management that aligns with dynamic pipeline flows, ensuring that each decision is data-driven and strategically sound. Last thing before I sign off, and I want to be direct. The GPS Portfolio Realignment Review cohort closes after this brief. When this window closes, the terrain that justified it moves on. Tomorrow's signal will be different. The next session will read a different board. If the brief we just walked through gave you a reason to act, now is the time. Code GPS 591. communities.theicon.ai/capture/the-govcon-elite 12.6 million records. 4 verticals ready. Provenance traced from bill to award. Like and subscribe if you're managing a federal grant, research, GovCon, or commercial portfolio. I drop a new GPS brief every weekday. All links, terminal preview, Shipley sessions, live cohort calendar, and the full brief are at communities.theicon.ai/capture/the-govcon-elite. Register free, and it's all there. This is Gabriel. I'll see you tomorrow. Just a quick note. You will be disconnected